Man, well, I guess the evening nap is done. I feel like doing some talking now, so let's uh let's do that. Let me go take me a shower first. All right, people, I am ready now. I got my shower done, and my big man. This bowl was full up to here of the lentils and rice I had made. Got me a little. I should have got me something to drink. I got a glass. I drink out of this motherfucker here. So if I have to stop in the middle of talking and go like, mm, that's just how it is over here. Because that's, I don't like water bottles. They end up all over the place. But anywho, this is probably gonna be a long one, so I'm just for the ramble about shit. I got a shit right here. I was gonna take notes. Nope, ain't taking shit. But just deconstructing my social life. That's what tonight's subject is. And speaking of that, excuse me one sec. I'm gonna do this while I'm on here because I know something is for the. There we go. I had to do that. Sorry, not that anybody even watching this shit to start with. I had to turn the volume down because I know I might have some text messages coming through, and I ain't want. And my text messages read out, so I don't want this shit on my goddamn video. But anyhow, yeah, deconstructing my social life. Nowadays, it's on the complicated side due to just where I am in life, my condition, who I am, societal influences on that, like COVID and all this other shit, makes stuff a whole lot more complicated than it need to be. And all I can do is just shrug my shoulders at that shit and be like, well, oh well. Find your little area and just shoot in that direction and see if it works, because that's all you can fucking do. There's only so much analyzing and shit you can do when dealing with people. My social life is full of non-factors, and I'm not even saying that in a derogatory tone. It's a bunch of non-factors. Most of the people I know have no effect or no influence on who I am or what I'm doing or what's going on in my life right now, other than the fact that, you have some effect on people. But as far as what I want, what I'm moving forward or trying to move forward to and all this other stuff, just non-factors. And honestly, I don't talk to a lot of people. The only person that I really talk to, especially this year, is I got one person that called me is old friend of mine, and she just started calling me over a year and a half, something like that ago, to where I was just counseling her on the situation. She needed somebody to talk to. Now she's going through her little situation that she's moving on into another phase in her life that I can't really participate in. You know what I'm saying? She's gone through a whole point in life where I'm like, okay, I'm at a point right now where I'm looking for, a significant other. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking for a significant other just put it down to base level. I'm looking for a significant other. And it ain't a thing about tired of being single. That's just the situation, She just got out of a marriage, 6 months ago. And like I said, I started talking to her way before that divorce to where, you know, they was dealing with stuff in their marriage, and I kind of counseled her through that. And this is somebody that I would be interested in, you know, point blank. You know, this is somebody that I would be interested in. But now she's got to the point to where she's, you know, I've talked to her through a lot of stuff. I mean, I ain't like I was the only person she was talking to. And now she's to the point where she's ready to get out there. Well, I don't want to be witness to that. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be witness to that. I spent a lot of time over the last few years talking to people about their relationships or talking about their day life, discussing that shit. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, I'm sitting over here single as hell. I ain't been in a relationship that was worth anything since 2009. You know, I had a pseudo relationship in 2017. And that's one of them things where that relationship lasted 9 months, but it's pretty much nullified. Like it didn't happen. Like when R. Kelly go and marry one of them kids, and then their parents find out, then they had this shit nullified. That's what that was, except for this wasn't a kid, it was a grown ass woman. But you know, so that basically that didn't count. And you know, so I've been single since 2009. It's 2021. It's 2021. I've dated. You know what I'm saying? I've had a couple of close calls, including the shit I just told you about. But it's just been dud after dud after dud. And people show up. People show up and they want the same thing that I want, but it's somebody I'm not interested in. Or they or people like that pop up, and they pop up when I'm like actively courting somebody else. You know what I'm saying? It's either like the bad choice or just bad timing. You know, and then you get to a point where I'm idle. You know, ain't nothing going on. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing going on. So I try to sit back and think, what the fuck? You know, well, I know what to do. You know, that's not a big. I mean, what to do is just go out there and do the damn thing. You know, that's it. You know, I hop on apps and start swiping and all kind of shit. You know, I do that. You know, I do that shit, and I see all my people on there. You know what I'm saying? I see all my people on there every time I go through a little dating app or some shit like that. Here's she doing on here, you know. But people tell me that I need to start, you know, maybe you need to work on yourself. And when people tell me that, first thing I want to do is punch them in their fucking face. Shut up! Don't give me some cliched ass advice that you don't know shit about. You know what I'm saying? You can't tell me, well, I need to take some time and work on myself. I've been working on myself forever. I can't work no more on myself. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing else to fucking work on. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing else to work on. So when people tell me I need to work on myself, I just disregard that. That's bullshit. People tell you need to work on yourself unless you actually got some real problems, like some kind of addiction or some kind of mental shit going on. Then, you know, that's when it's valid. Some normal ass motherfucker like me that just sit around and do it. No. What the fuck I'm gonna do? Date myself? You know, anybody that's following me on social media know I can't date myself no more than I've already dated myself. You know what I'm saying? All the trips I done, plane trips and road trips I done took by myself. I can't date myself no more than that. Unless they got some technology where I can clone and then start fucking myself. I can't date myself no more than I've already have. You know what I'm saying? Shit. So when people tell me that shit, it's bullshit. You know? And I'm like, you get to the age where I am now, it's just like, I'm not changing. You know what I'm saying? I'm not changing. I'm not for to adopt a whole new philosophy. Unless it's some transcendent ass shit I run into, which I don't fucking see. You know what I'm saying? Who I am is who the fuck I am. So that part of myself, You know what I'm saying? I got to that point a while ago. You know, I believe what I believe. I know what I know. I know what I don't know. Well, I don't know what I don't know, but you know what the fuck I'm trying to say. You know, you know what you want. You know what you're willing to settle for, and I'm not saying settle as in a bad thing. You know, it's a bit of compromise. You know, I'm not gonna find some woman that has everything that I like. I see them. They all on Pornhub. They all over. I see what woman has everything that you want. Yeah, she on Pornhub. Yeah, no, but it's you're not gonna find it. It's always all right. Well, it's always a bit of give and take, and people have to do the same thing for me. But the same thing is, I don't worry about what other people have to deal with as far as I'm concerned, because I can't make that choice for them. Only thing I do is put the information out there. If you read one of my dating profiles, and I'll have to do another dating profile for my YouTube, because I still plan on doing that. Well, I already do it. I got it. It's already on here. You know, but I want to. I think I'm gonna change it a little bit. I'm gonna shoot another one. Well, it's basically a video profile because you at 500 characters ain't gonna do it for me. I'll tell you that right now. I go on my notes on my phone and I make a little dating bio and I copy and paste it to put on all my different apps that I use. That shit don't even fit. That shit get cut in half because it's only a certain amount. And I'm like, well, I just, fuck it. I put the link in there, or I just type in, look up such and such on YouTube. That's my dating profile if you want to do anything. You get to see this. You know what I'm saying? You get to see this. You get to hear my voice. You get to see, get the inflection of my voice when I'm speaking. And so, all that shit. So I figured that'd be a good thing to do. They got fucking video chat and all that stuff on the apps. No, I ain't trying to get into no fucking interview with you right now. You know what I'm saying? For you just sit there and start asking me a million goddamn questions. No. Yeah, but I'm one of them people that I give out all the red flags. I tell you everything that's fucked up with me right up front. You know what I'm saying? That part don't get cut out. You know what I'm saying? Because it's right at the top. You get to see all that shit first. And it turned a lot of people off. And you know what? That's fine. That's fine. Even people I talk to in real life, I tell everything that's fucked up with me. I tell you that shit right up front. Except for shit that ain't your business. So, I get that part out there, and some people think I'm bullshitting. Well, I do. A lot of people, I tell people shit, and they think I'm playing. I'm like, I'm not. You so used to dealing with bullshit ass people that when I'm sitting here telling you some fucked up shit. All my misfortunes and stuff like that make me who I am. And you like, no, stupid. I'm telling you. You know what I'm saying? I'm sitting there with this knife telling you that this point is sharp, and you like, no, it ain't. Yeah, no. So, I got that part of my personality, which I think I'm going to leave intact. Because that part is important. Because before you can appreciate the rest of my personality, you got to know all the fucked up shit. All the whack shit. Not all the whack shit. Most of the whack shit. A lot of shit ain't your goddamn business, like I said. So I thought about that for a while because I can always go and put my best representative out front. You know what I'm saying? I can always go and put my best representative out front and get the reaction that I'm looking for the most part. You know what I'm saying? But then you stuck in a play. You got to play a role for as long as you can to try to keep that shit that you're trying to hide. Nah, I ain't trying to go through all that hiding shit. You know what I'm saying? My life is boring as hell. You know what I'm saying? My life is boring as hell. Only thing I can tell you that will really fuck you up is a bunch of shit they got to do with diabetes. You know what I'm saying? That's basically it. Honestly, that's basically it. bunch of shit about diabetes. You know what I'm saying? As far as personality stuff, nah. But past that, I think what the only other problem that's glaring, and I've known this since a teenager. You know what I'm saying? Is that I am not an aggressive ass male. I am not, hey shorty guy. You know what I'm saying? I'm not the guy that's hey baby, hey, what's your name? Nah, no. I have a problem with being in people's space uninvited. You know what I'm saying? That's why I gravitated towards this whole third party dating thing way before this online shit. I was doing this back in my early 20s on the phone, on the chat lines and shit. Because I'm in an environment with other people that's looking to do the same thing I'm doing. So by default, I am invited just from them being there. You know what I'm saying? And leaving themselves open for people to send them messages and shit like that. And that just graduated up until where we are now with the online dating, which is the same exact thing, except for back then you didn't have pictures to look at. You got pictures to look at now. Consider yourself lucky. I've met a lot of men. I've met a lot of men. So, not even going into that. That's how I operate. That's not saying that I don't know how to talk to women. I've been out and about. I've gone to the clubs. You know what I'm saying? I've been out in social settings. And I've chatted up some people that I ended up talking to. You know, one of my longtime friends now is somebody I met, at the club. And it wasn't I'm hollering at you type of thing. You know what I'm saying? But, it's just somebody I met at the club. We start talking, blah, 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 blah. And come to find out that's just what she do. You know what I'm saying? Everybody ain't like me. Run around here looking like Frankenstein, me mugging every goddamn body. But, I do know how to talk to people. So if a woman come up to me and I get that vibe from her, I know to turn my vibe on too. You know what I'm saying? I know this. I'm not an amateur. You know what I'm saying? I'm not an amateur. I'm not a dud. It's just the fact that I don't initiate none of this shit. Because if I probably got one of them weak ass egos. You know what I'm saying? My ego is big, like, whoa, motherfucker, I'm, whatever, motherfucker. It's big until you stick a pin in it. I got a big ego, but it gets deflated real fast, motherfucker. I don't have that personality. That's basically it. I don't have that personality just be approaching motherfuckers and shit. Now, I have tried to get myself, learn how to place yourself, which is what women do a lot of times, is place yourself in a position to be noticed, to at least get some kind of started to where you can go from there. But that's about it when it comes to that. That's what trying to work on that. I said one of my New Year's resolutions a few years back was to be more aggressive. And I was up until a certain point. And something probably happened to fuck that up. I don't know. I don't know. I'm trying to think back because that was some years ago when I had that, and I had some results from it, but it wasn't my personality. So I'm guessing after a couple of months or whatever, I think by the time summertime came or whatever, I was probably done with it. I probably had people I had already met, or I could have started talking to somebody. I don't know. But other than that, what? Working on myself. I can't work on myself anymore. I know my personality. You know what I'm saying? So I know what I will and won't do. I got my philosophy when it comes to dating and shit like that. And you have to stand firm on that shit. You know what I'm saying? You have to stand firm on that. You can't weeble wobble and try to fix yourself to accommodate every different person you run into. You can't. You'll be miserable. You know what I'm saying? You might get lucky. But that's just being in the game, getting lucky. All this shit is just a big fucking scratch off. Dating ain't nothing but a fucking scratch off. Every time you approach somebody, you buying a fucking scratch off. Yeah. Yeah. You get your dollar back. All right. I got my dollar back. You know what I'm saying? I got my dollar back. You win $5? All right. You might have got a hug, or she might let you squeeze a tit or some shit like that. You got $100. You might, oh shit. I don't know about that grand prize shit. I don't know about that grand prize shit. Matter of fact, look at this shit. Y'all think talking about this shit right here, right? Talking about this shit right here. Look at this. Look at this. Scratch offs. These are $2 scratch offs. These are the weekly grands. Weekly grands. Scratch off. It's funny that I was talking about scratch off. But you know the fucked up part about this? All these, I've had these over a year. I've had these scratch offs here, this whole stack of $2 scratch offs. Weekly grand. It's got 3 games on there. And if you win the grand prize, you win $1,000 a week for the next 20 years. Weekly grand. I've had these over a year, dude. Hadn't even scratched them off. Them things been sitting up there over a year. I hadn't even scratched them off. And that brings something else. Is how many of my folks that I haven't scratched off? You know what I'm saying? I can actually sit here and tell you who I hadn't scratched off as far as that's concerned, but it's all been a reason why. You know what I'm saying? That goes into the people that you just not interested in a long-term relationship with. That's but then again, sometimes you get the fucking scratch off. You scratch that bitch off and it don't win. So you keep scratching beyond the results. You start scratching all at the edge where the little scratch off shit ain't even met no more. You keep doing that shit for whatever reason. You scratching down at the bottom where the little code is, your little barcode. You scratching on that. Ain't nothing else, man. You done lost. Yeah, I've done that. I've done that for the last 4 years. And I do it all the time with all these chicks that's on my social media. You keep scratching shit. You done already lost. You see that you done already lost. And you still scratching, thinking that the fucking results gonna change. It's a bunch of motherfuckers like that that's in my phone right now. But I ain't gonna say a bunch. It's people, I say on my social media because that's where people end up right after you talk to someone. Like you on a dating site, the first place other than the phone that people end up is either on Instagram, Twitter, or Snapchat. So my Instagram, Twitter, the Snapchat is literally full of people that I've met online that I might only talk to a couple times, just long enough to swap, usernames and shit to add on there. Or I'm trying to think because that's about it. Yeah. But it's a bunch of those on there. And it's frustrating as hell because you keep wanting to reach out to them. You know what I'm saying? These are people that you obviously like. People that I obviously like. And I got man, it's a bunch of them. It's a bunch of them. And I just cleaned out my Facebook not too long ago. I only have 170 people on my Facebook. That's down from over 800 at the earlier this year. You know what I'm saying? And before then, it was 1,400 or some shit like that. I don't know none of these people. A lot of them people I had no association with at all. Not even people that I met that just ended up on my shit. So I cleared out a bunch of that. All those scratch offs that I'd already scratched off and lost, I just got those out of there. It's still a couple of them on there. You know what I'm saying? But I don't, the ticket is just sitting there. I'm not steady scratch on it. It's just sitting there. You know what I'm saying? So, that's if you want to talk about working on myself, that's probably what the last thing that I'm trying to fix right now is that type of shit. Is just, and that's out of boredom, just being on social media all the time. And I don't talk to nothing but women, so my shit is just full of chicks. It's either full of chicks that already got dudes, full of chicks that I done already talked to that we already know ain't nobody doing shit. You know what I'm saying? Or people that I might have crushes on. I don't know if they single or not. And I don't want to get in the head because I'm one of them people where I binge. I don't want to, I get in the thing where I start hollering at people. I'm finna start hollering at people. And next thing you know, I'm hollering at everybody. And you really can't do that on social media, not the way my shit is set up. Because everybody, even though I don't really know these people personally, I added shit off of relations. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people, all of the people that's on there all come from this neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? They got added from all different aspects. There's a bunch of motherfuckers from Wheatley, Cashmere, Jeff Davis, when it was Jeff Davis. And I didn't go. I went to Jeff Davis. I didn't go to Cashmere. I didn't go to fucking Wheatley. So, but I got a whole bunch of those people on there because they live in this neighborhood. So, people get added by association. So, all these folks is people that I run across a lot. I'm pretty sure I passed by a lot of these people all the time. Didn't even know they was. They somebody that's on my list. Just matter of fact, I seen a chick twice right up the street, right up at the light, 3 blocks from here. A chick named Quisa. I pull up for gas one day. This was probably a couple of years ago. Pull up for gas, and she got a big old booty too. And she was like, hey, you are such and such from Facebook, ain't you? And I was like, yeah. I didn't know who the fuck she was. She recognized me, though. I got a car. She gave me a hug and everything. I went on, give her a hug and went on by my goddamn business. And then and I saw her again. Was it this year? It might have been 2019. Because I remember I was walking. It might have been 2019. I was seen at the same gas station. I was coming out and she was driving up, and somebody in a car had said something to me. It wasn't her, but the passenger in her car had said something. She got out on the other side and said, hey, I know him and blah, blah, blah. Walk up to me, gave me a hug. Matter of fact, it might have been 2020. That might have been earlier this year. Because I remember she came out and gave me a hug and all this other shit. And we had this, what's his name was shit was, we was right in that damn COVID shit. So it had to be right at the beginning, before everybody had to wear masks and shit. Came out, gave me a hug and blah, blah, blah. I kept my hands up. I wanted to grab that something, but her butt is big. And, yeah, you run across people, she ain't somebody I done tried to holler at. You know what I'm saying? I don't try to holler at everybody. I mean, I probably would. I thought about it. If I see her again, I might, the way shit is now. I'm like, shit, she in the hood too, but she's hood. Just put it like that. I am not hood. I live in Fifth Ward, but I am not hood. And I got a real hood shit agitates me. So whatever. So, but I got all these people on my social media, and it reinforces something in me that frustrates me. Is like I was about to say earlier with my chick. I keep running into these unattainable women. You know what I'm saying? I keep running across these unattainable women. Ain't nothing I can do about that but just stop talking to them. And then I have to try, like with the chick I was telling you about the divorce. She's actually an ex, but she's an ex from like 20 years ago. I'm 45. We was a couple when I was 24, 25 years old, dude. Like literally. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, none of that, even all this time we done talk. And I mean, it's been a long ass gap. It ain't like somebody I've been talking to for 20 years. I mean, we just started talking a year and a half ago, maybe. You know what I'm saying? I mean, she tried to talk to me some years ago, but she had one of them husbands that, he wasn't for that shit. I don't really blame him. but he wouldn't fit to have that shit. So, but all these unattainable women, either motherfuckers will talk to you, they'll spend their time talking to you, but that's as far as it's gonna go. You know what I'm saying? They'll talk to you, but they'll talk to you about they dating life or the relationship that they might be in at the moment. So you sitting there hearing about somebody else's dick and how they eat pussy and all this other shit. Like literally, I got people that the chicks call me and want to talk about shit like I'm their girlfriend. No, motherfucker, I'm not your girlfriend. That's something you call your female chicks to talk to. I don't want to hear about somebody else's penis. You know what I'm saying? I had one chick did do that. It got to the point to where if she was to offer me some twat, I wouldn't even take it because she has told me too much. She hit me up with this guess what shit, and I'm like, literally, I was like, bitch, you just let a nigga eat your shit in the car last week. Now you fucking with this motherfucker here this week. And then be talking about, yeah, we gonna get no, motherfucker. Hell no. A nigga just stuck his raw ass dick in your coochie and ate your coochie in the back seat of a car outside of a little get together while you was on your period. People tell me shit like this. And then they wonder why. They wonder why I'm like, we ain't done nothing. Yeah, we not. You done gross me the fuck out. And ain't too many normal people as gross as I am. I'm sorry. That's just the fucking truth. That's some shit I can't put in the damn dating profiles. That's some shit you gotta find out on your own. But when you gross me the hell out, which is really not hard to do, you bring up anything about period, and I'm just like, I'm out. I'm out. I don't. That's just one of them things. I'm just like, yeah. Maybe that's something I need to work on. And it's not like I've lived with women, so it ain't strange to me. But that's just not some shit I want to hear. But people call me and talk about shit, and they want to discuss their relationships and they other stuff, and I'm sitting over here in a dojo my damn self trying to figure out how I'm gonna find me somebody I can hang out and be one-on-one with. And all my time is being taken up by women calling me talking about they shit. Well, shit, ain't nothing for to happen between us. Why am I sitting here listening to this shit? For the most part, that shit comes from people that I'm not really interested in anyway. I might want to, do the do. You know what I'm saying? But as far as long term, but it's still frustrating. You know what I'm saying? That's the same thing that happened with my ex, the divorcee. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, she about to go off into the dating world now. And I'm trying to figure out how to not be an ass. Do I keep talking to her? Or do I keep talking to her like we've been talking, but I'm like, look, I don't want to hear about your dating life. You know what I'm saying? Because she asked me about online dating and stuff like that. She asked me about the online dating. And I told her that, I use this, and that. And then she hit me up with her friend, want her to join Match. Your white ass friend wants you to join Match. I was like, and then she was like, I thought Match is not free. You know what I'm saying? Match is not free. And then, but I hadn't had this conversation with her where I'm like, look, I think, people kind of get a tone from you from the text message. And I think she had got a tone from me from my text message. And she was like, well, blah, 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 blah. But, I'd be open, to you asking me out and stuff like that. And I was like, she must have got a vibe from a text message I sent because it was pretty dry because that's not something I want to get involved with her because I'm like, okay, I had already kind of made up in my mind that if something was to pop up, I would hop on it, but I wouldn't pursue it just from ethical shit. You know what I'm saying? This is somebody that called me for support going through a divorce. I'm not going to just jump on that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not. I'm not gonna just jump on that. But when it come to this part where I'm like, okay, you done got to the point to where you ready to go out and start dating now, which I believe she should do. You know what I'm saying? Which I believe she should do because she been married for the last 16 years or however long it's been. Yeah, you probably need to get out there and start dating. You know what I'm saying? And I guarantee you, I'm not the best choice. But I don't want to be, I don't, I don't want to be your confidant when it comes to that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because at this point, it's a conflict of interest. You know what I'm saying? It's a conflict of interest because she's already said she'd be open for me asking her out on dates. I was like, that was already on the agenda. That's all I said. That was already on the agenda, and then I said some other stuff that had something to do with something else. So uh, it was on the agenda. You know what I'm saying? But when? No, because I don't want to be in the middle of that shit. You need to go out and do what you do. Because when I start asking motherfuckers out on dates and shit like that, I'm trying to get something. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's some ass or, and that's not with her because she literally, like I said, we've been in a relationship for, you not for to get no coochie. So I don't see a lot of the people it's going to fall short. It's going to fall short. It's going to fall short for a bunch of dudes unless she run across somebody that's that's literally willing to wait until they are actually in a relationship before they have sex. And, a lot of dudes just going to drop the fuck off before then. She'll meet somebody. You know what I'm saying? She might meet somebody before I decide to throw my hat in there fully. But that's a risk I have to take just from being who the fuck I am. Which is one of them things where I have to, that's the positive part of me. The negative part of me affects me negatively. The positive part of me in certain situations affects me negatively. You know what I'm saying? For me to do the right thing is for her to go out and date and all this other stuff. Ain't it used to me pitching no fit? I ain't got shit to offer, to tell you the truth. Compared with other than, she wants somebody that's on par with her husband, but without the disrespect and the cheating and the babies during the marriage. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But you got to also think that he was a millionaire. You know what I'm saying? Not when they first met. He was like a normal dude, but along the way with his business and stuff, he accumulated, he got to where he is. So he's a millionaire. And likes to brag and poke that into her face after the divorce. But she wants somebody on that level, but without the negative shit. Well, I can't compete with that. I'm not a millionaire. I probably won't be no time soon. I'm a old raggedy motherfucker with swole feet, stiff knees. You know what I'm saying? Living off disability. So yeah, I ain't really got much to offer. And I would tell people that shit. Right, matter of fact, that is in general, what I just said is in my damn dating profiles. I tell you that shit right up front. So she needs to go out there. If she want to find that prototype, she needs to go out there and do that. I can't hinder that. If she decide now, if we get to the point where we hang out or whatever, and it's something that she want to do, that's gonna have to be her choice. You know what I'm saying? I've run through this in my head a couple of times, just in case that shit pops up. I'm like, look, I made my choice when you first started calling me about this infidelity shit a year and a half ago. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I'm just all in my head. I'm like, because you have to figure out how to say shit. You have to figure out how to say shit for it not to come off wrong. So I was like, okay, boom. That might be, something that I can, I made that choice when you first started calling me about this shit. But with nothing I can do nothing about that right there, because first priority is getting you through this shit and on with the rest of your life. And I know that, that includes her getting out getting back into things and living a little bit. You know what I'm saying? That includes dating. But I have to also say that I don't want to be a part of that part of your life. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to hear about that shit. It'd be like normal folks. You know what I'm saying? Like when you meet normal people, it's like, okay, blah, 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 blah. Y'all talk, y'all do what the fuck y'all do. You ain't actively talking about other people. Generally, you're not discussing your current dating situations when you are talking to people that in the meet and greet society that we in now. That stuff is your business that you keep to yourself. Y'all talking about y'all shit and just other shit in general, what the fuck y'all like to do. But in this situation, if it comes to that, if it comes up, then I have to do the same thing where I'm like, okay, this is where we at now. Now we're not even in the get to know you thing. We friends. So but I'm a suitor. You know what I'm saying? That means I'm a friend. I have interests, which obviously means I don't need to know about your other dating stuff. And the only reason you have to say that is because I've been the confidant for the last year and a half. You know what I'm saying? So, that whole situation is okay. I just have to let it play out. That's not something that was gonna play out anytime soon. You know what I'm saying? Even if it was something I wanted to pursue or didn't pursue, if anything's gonna happen from that, it's gonna be. I can't even say months from now. I say about it. It would be like towards the end of 2021, towards the end of this year, if anything was gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? Maybe sooner, since we already know each other. If something's gonna happen between us, it wouldn't be until later on this year. So, because you also got it's other shit that goes into that. I'm not real mobile. I don't get around. Where y'all see me right now is where I am all day, every day. So, yeah, I don't move around a whole goddamn much. If I only drive a few miles from the house. She lives in another city. I say another city, but it's about 40 miles north of here. So, I got that situation, and I don't have any other like romantic situations right now that I really want to pursue. You know what I'm saying? It's stuff that I can, but I'm like, a lot of times, I have to gear a lot of this shit towards me because shit fell off when my mobility dropped. My vision got bad. I can't drive around and shit like other folks do, and I wasn't working. I hadn't worked in 2.5 years. Matter of fact, I start training and orientation tomorrow at this other job. So, that's a good thing, but even there, I got to catch the bus of that, but, whatever. When it got to the point to where I couldn't get to people weren't getting to me. You know what I'm saying? When I couldn't get to people, that was it. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody trying to get to me. So I have open resentment when it comes to shit like that. And then I have to curb that shit because 2020, dude. You know what I'm saying? I'm like 2020. And even though I know this shit, it's still like, okay, I know how I feel about shit, but I can't project that shit onto nobody. I can't project the fact that all I do is sit here at the fucking house. It's 2020. What the fuck else am I going to do? I don't work as of yet. You know what I'm saying? You're in quarantine, shut down. Most shit is closed. During most of the year, you couldn't go out and do nothing no way. Or put yourself at risk or put somebody else at risk. So I had to just write this whole I had to write all of 2020 out. So I'm like, okay, whatever. I made some progress in this year. I made some progress because socially, 2020 was poopy, but otherwise, it wasn't so bad. You know what I'm saying? The social life was bad, and my health was bad. And that just goes to the point to where I couldn't get out and work out and shit because I'm an old diabetic motherfucker. I can't. I was trying to get my workouts in until summertime actually hit. Man, look, I can't be out in the sun like that. Like literally. Now, the way it is now, you know what I'm saying? If I go out and try to jog a little bit, work my way up to, where I can actually run, which takes a couple days. You know what I'm saying? You got to get your body, your body just don't do what the fuck you want to do. But, I can do that this time of year until it actually gets cold. Hot, I can't deal with anymore because I'm aging and shit. The cold, I can't deal with because, and that used to be the best time to do shit. But I mean, now it's just because my body won't warm the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? My body won't warm the hell up. I'm and I was working out until a couple of weeks ago, and it's on my workout reboot videos. I was working out until a couple of weeks ago, until the temperature, got down to like 30 degrees or some shit like that. And the shop next door where I work out is just like, the heat, like I don't feel like working right now, or I'm not operating that little temperature box right. And it's cold as hell in there. You're gonna sit in that lifting. It's whatever it is outside is what it is in the shop. And I'm not for the act like I'm gonna be in there lifting weights when it's 30 degrees inside or 40 degrees inside. Anything under 50 is bad. Just put it like that. Anything under 50 is bad as far as working out. So I got all that type of shit going on. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, I can't operate. 2020 just like, it wasn't until the friend I just talked about, we went out on a couple of lunch dates, get-togethers or what you want to call it. We actually went out of town not too long, day after Christmas. Went to San Antonio, hung out, me, her, and a 2-year-old. Wouldn't know. All three of those get-togethers weren't romantic get-togethers. Those weren't dates. They were get-togethers. They were hangouts. You got to keep that shit in perspective. You got to keep it where it is. You got to know what's what. You know what I'm saying? So, but I hadn't done nothing until that point in the year. But it's like everybody else. I had one person ask me if I wanted to go to the movies or some shit. Like, the movies is about to open up. You might want to catch a movie. And I had to tell her, I'm like, I'm blind, right? You know what I'm saying? And she was like, you said that you couldn't see the, once you get in there, you couldn't see. I'm like, man, I can't, and it's just the fucking truth, man. I can't see shit in the movie theater on a movie screen. On my TV right here, this big 60-inch I'm sitting 3 feet in front of, I can see well enough. You know what I'm saying? If I'm going to watch movies, it's better for me to watch movies at home. Because if I go to the movies to see some shit, I'm not gonna see what the fuck is going on. I want to be able to make out who the fuck is on the screen. You know what I'm saying? And I got one eye, so I can't see 3D movies, and everybody want to go see 3D movies. Well, I'm like, I already can't see. If I go to the movie theater to see a 3D movie, I got to put the shades on, or else the screen is going to be fucked up. But you got one eye, so the 3D effects won't show up. So, yeah. I didn't tell her all of that, but I did tell her it don't make no sense. I can't see. I mean, like, and I said this. If I ain't in there squeezing and rubbing on stuff, it don't make no sense for me to go. It don't. But that never came up again. But, I'm honest. I'm one of them people that's what I'm accustomed to. Weird as it may seem, I'm used to doing weird shit in the motherfucking movie theater. The way they got it set up now, you can't do it with all them big ass reclining seats. You sit next to the person. You can't. Hell, it's two armrests. It's 2 feet in between y'all, and you can raise the armrest up, but then it's a big gap in the seats. Right? It just it ain't the intimate thing it used to be. And it ain't just me. I've had women grab my hand and stick it down their shirts and shit in the motherfucking movie theater. So don't look at me like I'm the one that's perverted, even though I probably was thinking about doing it anyway. You put you. I'm tall, so I can sit there. A lot of time they'll lean into you. You get your hand right there on the little boob or whatever, and they'll just kind of stick your hand like that. Silly shit, man. It happens. Whatever. It happens. Yeah, but she asked me, and I was just like, man. But that didn't come up again. I think she one of those prudes. Me and prudes don't get along. Just up front, me and prudes just don't fucking get along. Because I think I got a couple of those. Because if anything sex related pop up in the conversation, they kind of just, it get real dry after that. Like, bitch, I wouldn't ask you for nothing. But shit, since I know you like that, well, ain't no point in me talking to you then. Shit, what the fuck am I talking to a female for? You know what I'm saying? If I be better off talking to a goddamn guy, it ain't no point. Shit, fuck out of here. And I do. That's how I be thinking about shit. It really is. I had a friend of mine that I had to stop talking to earlier this year. Another thing I had to do in 2020. I just had to leave that alone. I still follow her and shit on social media, but I can't talk to her. There's nothing going to happen. You know what I'm saying? I spent 4 years trying to make some shit happen. Nothing is going to happen. So I just had, and nothing bad happened and nothing like that. I just came to a realization that that's not where I need to be. I don't want to be in that situation. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be in that situation to where somebody just call you when they need something. You know what I'm saying? I've been trying to put some shit together, trying to make something stick. You know what I'm saying? You know how you deal with people. You settle with them and you try to, do shit, spend a lot of time with them, all the other shit. And then, after a few years, nothing. That was the one that was the relationship that didn't happen. That was a relationship that didn't happen. I mean, that happened, that didn't happen. That's the one that got fucking nullified. She didn't recognize that it happened. Fuck it, I won't recognize that it happened. And we was cool after that. But still, I'm like, it's still somebody you spending all your fucking time with and money and shit. And you ain't getting nothing out of it. You ain't having sex. You ain't, you go to the movies. You gotta sit with a fucking seat in between you and all kind of shit like that. No problem. No problem. I know what to do about that. How you go from a motherfucker using your legs as a leg rest, or you sit around and with your arm around him in the movie and shit, and now, you got to sit next to a purse. It got to the point every time we go to the movies, I didn't even bother sitting next to her. I would go sit on the other side of the movie theater. You know what I'm saying? That's just hanging out with somebody out of habit. I just no. This year I was like, I need to just let that go. And I did. I let it go. She still messaged me, which I kind of feel bad about because she still messaged me. She'll send a message every once in a while. She'll hit me up on Snapchat, commenting on one of my snaps. She'll send me them fucking WIDs that irritate the fuck out of me. And I just don't reply to them. It's whatever. I sent her a birthday gift, I sent her something for Christmas. But I don't. That's not where I need to be, unless I hear from her that she wants to do something else, and then I'm like, right, and now I can't even do what she's used to me doing. She's a liability. You know what I'm saying? Like literally, she's a liability, and not in a malicious way. You know what I'm saying? Not in a malicious way. She's a liability. There's nothing coming back from that. If I was getting some pussy, okay, I can see. If I would get a hug, you think about that little nullified 8-month ass relationship we had that didn't happen. I got a couple of hugs, like literally. Every time I think about this, I got a couple of hugs. I remember getting I remember one goddamn kiss. And this is talking about somebody that you hang out with, and then most of the time she was always occupied with something else or out of town. I remember getting a couple of hugs and one little peck, like she was getting out the car to go do something. You get one of those. I remember one of those. 8 months. A couple of hugs, and one of those picks. That's all I remember out of 8 months. That was just in 2017. So you think my memory would pick up on more? No, that was it. Yeah, so I mean, and you got to think a couple of years later, up until 2020, early this year, to where we was hanging out and whatever the shit, and I realized that I'm gonna always want what I want from that person. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna be like, okay, we just gonna keep spending time together and blah 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 blah. No, I'm gonna keep wanting what I want from that person. It's obvious that shit happened in 2017. It's fucking 2020 now, and I still want what I want. You know what I'm saying? I was like, okay, shit not gonna happen. My attitude towards this person is not gonna change. So I have to vacate. I have to take action. That was one of the lessons I learned this year, is that it don't matter if I'm gonna sit there and bitch about it the whole time. I have to actually do something. I have to actually do something. And I did. And it kind of sucks, but as long as I'm hanging out with her, I know I'm not gonna let nobody else step in and do shit. And even if she didn't mind, oh, you talking to somebody? Oh, that's not, that would fucking hurt me. That she's glad that I'm with somebody. I would want her to be fucking upset. You know what I'm saying? That would be fucking upset. Like I had the tenant, one of my friends I let use the back room. She called herself being mad, not mad, just, talking about, it's some one of them things where, she over there and blah, blah, blah. I can't even come over there and hang out. I'm like, why? Why you can't come out? She live in the back room. I do what the fuck I want to do. This is my house. She'll say shit like that, but knowing goddamn well she wasn't coming over to start with. You know what I'm saying? I think that whole 8 months we was together, she didn't ever come. She used to come to my house all the time after we first met. After we first met, she used to come over here all the time. The latter part of the years after, because it was a break in there, because I was, had something else going on. Like the first couple of years, I had some shit going on, and then like the last 4 years, you know what I'm saying, with her, I've known her like over 9 years now. But yeah, because she's 40. She was 32 when I met her, and she's like 42 now. So yeah. I forgot what I was going to say. Anyway, but I had to go ahead and take care of that, and that was the whole point of this year. I wanted to start dating a little bit more. And it got to the point I asked a few folks out. And I got bullshitted by one. She probably wouldn't say that, but it was bullshit. I did meet one person earlier this year online. I had one meeting, and that was before the COVID outbreak. That was the one that asked me to the movies, like in November or some shit like that. Yeah, I had that, but that was it. After that, it was just boop, just nothing, shut down. And all I can do is just look back and not blame myself for it, because I mean, it wasn't my fault. I mean, I started off the year doing the fuck I was trying to do. Just so happened, shit happens. But I feel like, right now my whole priority is my social life, because a lot of my happiness, a lot of my well-being is placed on other people. Is that a bad thing? It probably is, but it is what it is. I am who I am. That's how I operate. I've had plenty of time by myself to realize that that's what I want. But it has to be somebody I want. You think about, like the chick I said, the one that they live in the back end. That could have turned into something else. That could have been in-house coochie. You know what I'm saying? I let her stay here because she was going through some shit last year before my dad died. Right after she came over here maybe like a week. But I think my dad died right after that, and then um, I moved because she was in the room with me, and then I moved in here and she was back there, and then the COVID came early last year. Then wouldn't neither one of us working. But that whole thing that could have turned into something else. But and she wasn't no different from anybody else that I've met. You know, I met her way back in the day on the chat lines, and that was one of those people that you talk to them every so often. Y'all get together, bang uglies, and until next week or whatever. It just she was one of those people. But this ain't that. I had to make sure that I kept it like it was, even though I know that I could go back there, lay down in the bed, and do what the fuck I wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? I know this, but no, because if I would have done that, that means that wouldn't. I couldn't have done. I can't date. I can't have my little friends or whatever come over here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I can't do that. I mean, I can if I want to be an ass. If you gonna go fuck somebody that's living in your back room, and then you still have your little drop offs coming over every once in a while or some shit like that. No. I know I don't want nothing long term with her, and don't fuck with it. You keep the drama out your house, basically. You know what I'm saying? You keep the drama out your house. So I was had that whole thing going on, and that's the thing because we'll be in the house for like let's just say a 3-day period. I can literally be because I don't leave my room and she stay in her room. We only see each other when we cross in the kitchen. So when she go to the store, she'll stop and be like, "I'm going to the store. You want something or something like that?" And blah blah blah. Like now, she been gone since right before New Year's. Was it Thursday or Friday? No, it was Thursday. She been gone. She in my truck because she used the truck. I don't drive at night, so she used the truck, but she babysit at night. So she's literally at work right now, but she babysit for a family member. So I guess money is money. But she been gone since Thursday. She said, if you need the truck, just call me. And that you just keep shit civil. And there's some shit we gotta discuss when she get back because my change thing is fucking empty. It just got a couple of pennies in it. I had a big thing, and she done kind of nickel and dime that thing down to it ain't really much of nothing left in there. And we gonna have a discussion about that, but that's a whole nother situation now. This is probably gonna get heated. But it's one of them things where you got to put your foot down. I got you get one of them big plastic barrels that the cheese puffs and shit like that come in, or pretzels or whatever the fuck, on the big thing that got the little plastic lid on it. I had one of those with a bunch of fucking coins and shit in it. It was probably about $40, $50 worth of coins in there. Ain't nothing but maybe about 25 cents worth of pennies in there right now. So she done dipped in that thing all the way to, and didn't say shit. You know what I'm saying? And didn't say nothing. Now, if she'd been like, I took some change out the little, I call it my Vegas jar. My Vegas jar is fucking empty right now. So, she'd probably be back tomorrow morning. I left that jar right there. It's that big jar I left right in the front of the fucking door. So when she opened up the front door, she gonna kick that motherfucker over. She gonna know, cause I'm gonna be gone when she get here tomorrow. I'm gonna be at training, but she gonna know, and I'm gonna tell her, you owe me that. But like I said, that's a whole nother situation. But yeah, keep the drama out the house. I'm not fucking with her, even though I know I could. She a female, so you have to give her a hug every once in a while because she do have issues. You know what I'm saying? She do have issues. She keep a tough persona, but she do have issues, and every once in a while you got to give her a hug for some shit. And You gotta give a hug, and it's just like, I need a hug. I'm like, all right, you little hug and go on about your business. But man, but 2020, I learned some lessons. I'm going into 2021 thinking that I'm gonna improve. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking that I'm gonna improve. I don't know shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't know shit. I can just reverse on all this shit I just said and just straight up implode and just do the stupidest shit possible in 2021. I don't know. Probably not, but it's possible. Very unlikely. So I'm gonna go into the rest of this year with my social life is my priority right now. You know what I'm saying? Other than my health, I say my health is my priority, and my social life is one in my health number one because I'm also I'm changing my diet and all this other stuff, and then my social life because my diet is something that I'm immediately doing. My social life is shit. I gotta wait for shit to happen. You know what I'm saying? That's not some shit that I can just go do. I have to actually wait for shit to happen. Certain events have to come along and all that other shit. Because that's dependent on other people. My health that's me. So 1, 2 is my social life, and then 3 is money. I ain't gonna never put money at the top. You know what I'm saying? That's like everyday shit. 3 is money. The third priority is shit that you have to do anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like the job shit. I got the orientation I go to. I get to go up here. I hadn't even seen the kitchen yet. I got to go do that. Because they already I guess I got the job. It's just, I'm actually on a fucking schedule. I keep saying that because I haven't actually seen the kitchen yet. They still building the restaurant. I'm going there and I'm like, I can't see in here. I can't take this fucking job. You know what I'm saying? I won't even know that until tomorrow when I go in for training. So, got that. What else? Money wise, I got my little strategies for making money in the stock market. That's where my money comes from, but that's not spending money. If that makes sense. Everything I do now is still based off my disability, and I got I got to get up tomorrow at 5 o'clock in the morning. I got to be at training at 10, but I got to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning to move money around because that's how the fucking stock market works. I got to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning on certain days. It's not every fucking day. Only when you got money that you got to make, and sell some shit and buy some shit. That's I know I got to get up because you can't in the stock market. You got to have that shit done before the fucking market opens. That's just how it is. You got to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning, put your little trades in. So when 8:30 come or whenever the fuck, it's already done. It's already done. So I got a few things I got to do that I can't do while the market is closed because the app don't let you do shit when the market is closed. Not all. Some of them do. Some of them let you queue up shit. Boom, I want to sell this. I want to buy this. You just put it in. It schedule it. It does it automatically when the market opens. The one that I use primarily don't do that because whatever. I don't know why that's not implemented. I wish it was, but it ain't. So I got to get on there and boop, 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 boop. Bam. Boom, done. You know what I'm saying? And hopefully make a lot of money off of that. I made a move the other day. What's that? Thursday? $900 move? Shit. Shit. $900 for literally like 3 minutes of work. Ain't gonna turn that down, baby. But yeah, but that's not a priority. It's not a priority, but it's shit that I have to do. You know what I'm saying? That it's what you got to do. It's like going to work. Basically, that's what it is. Job ain't your motherfucking priority unless you in charge of some shit or it's your goddamn business. Other than that, it's just something that you just have to fucking do. So, it's just on the list by default. Number 3. Number 2 and number 1 is usually personal shit they got to do with you. So, health, social, money. After that, I don't even know what the fuck the list. You know what I'm saying? I guess after that, after the money is just making sure that you pay your fucking bills and taxes and shit like that. I guess you can include all that shit because it's property tax time. It's property tax time and all that shit. So yeah, it is what it is. But like I say, that working on me shit, it ain't gonna fly. Ain't nothing else for me to work on. I just need to work on getting shit done. That's not working on me. I just need to work on getting shit done. Keeping myself in a position to be noticed. You know what I'm saying? Keeping myself in a position to be noticed, hoping I get recognized, hoping that I get appreciated, and hopefully somebody will take advantage of that. You know what I'm saying? And hopefully it's mutually beneficial. That's me. That's my whole social life as of now. You know what I'm saying? As of now, that's my whole social life. Finding somebody that I like, that I can fucking tolerate, and hopefully they that I fill that void for them. And hopefully we got all the same weird ass freaky shit, because that counts too. Ain't no used to having no long ass conversation about that, but yes, that counts too. That used to be in my dating profile. Sex matters. I used to put that in. Sex matters. Yes, sex matters. You know why people are always trying to avoid that shit? No, bitch. Sex matters. You go hang out with a motherfucker for 4-5 months and y'all ain't did nothing. You like the hell out of this motherfucker, and then you get to the nitty gritty and find out it ain't no nitty or ain't no gritty or ain't no both. Whatever you been doing for the last 4-5 months is out the fucking window. It don't matter how much you like that motherfucker. You ain't moving forward with him. That's some shit you could have got done a long time ago. But I also have to say, you don't just go out and just start banging people for the hell of it. I mean, just no. But yeah, you can't just be like, yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's complicated, man. A lot of people, people put these fronts up that they think that way. Not the way that I say, but they put that front up. I don't want no sex. I ain't sex. I ain't having sex with nobody. Man, you know what? You gonna be a whiny ass motherfucker for a long ass time. Because while you trying to get attached to somebody, while you could be actually getting to know this person, having just they out fucking somebody while they talking to you. You know what I'm saying? And when it come down to it, with whoever they fucking, this is halfway compatible. That's where the fuck they going. That's where they going. You know what I'm saying? That's where they going. Just I don't know, man. It's complicated because you don't want to go out. Even me, I'm like, I'm old now. Back in the day, I wouldn't give a fuck. Now I'm like, I ain't got the energy to be doing all that shit. I want to always be doing sexy shit. You know what I'm saying? I always want to be doing sexy shit. I don't want to be out here hunting the shit all the goddamn time. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to have to be looking through my phone trying to see who. No, motherfucker. I want this shit to be right here, ready. God damn it. When it's time. When it's time, I want this shit to be right here, or I want it to be able to be right here. Now. I don't want to be able to do with this shit. Yeah, it's only so much of that I'm on my period shit you can get. I get that shit so goddamn much. It's probably why I hate hearing period so goddamn much. Every time you hear them up, every time you want some pussy, motherfucker on their period. When they want some dick, I'm like, okay. Every time I want some pussy, I'm on my period. I'm on my period. I ran across a bitch that told me she was on her period 3 weeks in a row. Like I was stupid. I'm serious. Bro told me she was on her period like 3 weeks in a row. You gonna have to switch up your lies, man. You got kids. You got other shit going on to lie about. You ain't got to use the same goddamn lie. That is fucking insulting. If you on your period goddamn 3 weeks out of the goddamn month, then something's wrong with your ass. You got some serious fibroid problems. You need to go check that shit out. You need to go check that shit all the way out. Something wrong with you. But yeah, that's about it though. I am going to be out of here. I got to go to bed before it get too late. I got to get up at 5, which is going to be hard to do because I just woke up not too long ago. I got to get up at 5 and I got to be training at 10. They say it's supposed to be from like 10 to 2. It's supposed to be like 4 hours. They say you probably ain't going to be there no 4 hours. So I probably ain't going to worry about that too much. Then I know at some point I'm going to have to go shopping because I'm going to need clothes. I know we got to wear black pants and a black t-shirt tomorrow. So it is what it is. I got a black t-shirt. It's got stuff on it. You know what I'm saying? It's got stuff on front of it, but it's a black shirt. You know what I'm saying? We got some black pants, but I'm going to have to do some shopping because I'm going to have to go buy some more black pants. I'm going to have to go to like Burlington's, I think, go buy some black pants and what else? Some black. They're supposed to give us uniforms. I think they just gonna give us uniform. You probably just get it like a uniform top, a shirt or some shit. I'm not 100% sure, but I know I'm gonna need to buy some. I'm gonna have to get some more pants because I think I only got like 2 pair, like jump pants. Because I don't know what they say slacks. I'm not wearing no fucking slacks. I wear jump pants because you tie the string and that's it. You done. You know, and they comfortable. Shit, they flap around. You just yeah. So I don't know. I ain't got to worry about no zippers. And just tie the fucking string and go on about your motherfucking business. Easy. Now, I like to keep shit fucking easy. I don't want to be sitting there with a goddamn belt trying to worry about buying the right fucking size pants. I don't know if I'm a 42 or 44. I look like a 44 right now. I'll tell you that much. I remember back a few years ago, I was wearing a fucking 38 and a 36. How times have changed. But anyway, let me get the fuck out of here. I'm rambling like for real now. I will catch y'all on the flip side. If I can hit the button. Where is it?